The theme that has been kind of running through my mind this morning as I was just sitting there meditating, the phrase is traveling lightly, or in other words, not carrying a big, heavy load with you. The place where we always are is now. We're always in the now moment. We're always kind of broadcasting from this place. We're always vibrating from this place. We're always moving towards the next place that we're going. But wherever it is that we're going, we're still always in the now. And the question that's kind of in my mind is, what are we carrying with us? What are we bringing from our past and incorporating into our now that potentially we don't need to be holding on to? And I was sitting there meditating, and this image was in my mind. Sometimes we'll see it. Um, Obviously, we have a Los Angeles, I'm sure it's all over the place. We have a terrible situation with so many people being homeless. And I can't even imagine what that situation would be like. And yet sometimes you'll see homeless people that are trying to like pull like four grocery carts of junk and just piling over, like essentially like hoarding, and yet being homeless at the same time. And you look at the situation, and it's easy to see it as an absurdity. You don't need all of this junk just trying to barely survive on the street. And the reason that I bring up this analogy, or the reason this image is in my mind, it's because energetically, it's what we're doing all the time. We are hoarding so much stuff from the past and keeping it in our present, keeping it active in our present, when all it's doing is weighting us down. All it's doing is keeping us in a place that is not productive, not constructive, where you can't travel lightly, you can't move freely towards your next destination, because you remember what your boyfriend said to you 5 years ago and how much he hurt you in the past. And now you're afraid of the new person that's maybe right out there on the horizon because of what happened in the past. We need to travel more lightly, let go of the past, let go of the past. Only keep in the now what vibrates in a positive and constructive way, as much as possible, being aware that we're carrying stuff that we don't need with us. And this will be the last analogy that I give. If you think about on your phone or on your computer, you have the software on your computer, and every couple of days, the sign pops up and says, update your app for, update your Expedia app, update your whatever, your Uber app. You have to update the software. You have to update the software to keep it running. Every time we kind of go back into the past and remember those situations that don't serve us, those situations that hurt us, those situations that kept us down, essentially what we're doing is updating the software so that it can run in the present. Does that make sense? If you stop updating your software at a certain point, that app is no longer going to work on your phone. In the same way, if we stop updating the past by mulling it over, chewing it over, remembering it, stinging ourselves with it, it'll no longer be active in the present. So, yoga is the perfect opportunity to let go, travel lightly, bring your hands together at your heart. In the now, in our practice, all we need is our breath in and our breath out. Take a slow, deep breath in.